up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back to give you the recap and review for PValley. This is season 2, episode 4, Demethrius. Okay? So yes, if you guys are finding me for the first time, welcome back to all of my diva squad. Let's get right on into this review because we don't have a moment to spare. Let's go ahead and start out with Miss Lady from Murder Night, the lady that was tricking off her divorce settlement with her at the Pynk last season. She is back, baby, and she is tricking off this stimmy. Next thing you know, she goes into the back. She's having a good time, baby. She goes in the back with Miss Toy. Girl, why she do that? She goes in the back with Miss Toy. Next thing you know, Toy sitting up there with her dumb ass taking off that lady's mask. Then next thing she was double masked up. She took off one mask, and then next thing you know, the lady took off the other one, talking about take it off. Girl, you got too comfortable, right? You got too comfortable. And then next thing you know, Miss Toy then sneeze in your whole entire face. Particles everywhere. Baby, that lady screamed, threw that bitch up off her. She went to the thing. She was going off. She went to the DJ booth and said, this motherfucker is shut the fuck down. Okay? Because I am the CDC. Y'all are in violation. And Uncle Clifford, she couldn't do nothing. She couldn't do nothing. Where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. Child, Miss Mama's, her name is Laura. I looked it up on IMDb. The CDC lady, the lady in red, her name is Miss Laura. She pretty much is putting down the law, telling them that they got to stay 6 feet apart. They got to wear your mask. You got to put up these plastic partitions. You got to do this. You got to do that. Operate at 50% capacity. Woo woo woo. Uncle Clifford mad. Autumn mad. Autumn like, well, you know what? Can we, reopen once we bring everything up to code? And she said, yes, you can. And you only got 24 hours because I will be coming back here to inspect in 24 hours. Now get it done. Child, Lord have mercy. Roulette, sitting up there counting her money. This broad gonna come over here talking about somebody asking for some dick sucking lips. You got other streams of income coming in, multiple streams of income. Child, Roulette said, bitch, you lying. Next thing you know, she commences to mollywhopping her ass. Big L had to pick her up, and Big Girl got her mouth busted. Hey! What is the tea? The girls are fighting! No! Big L takes Roulette into the office, talked to her. He pretty much clocked her wrestling move, knowing that she know how to fight or whatever. He said she acts just like his daughter. And also, too, she was talking about how her brother passed away and she learned the wrestling moves from her brother. Honey, Andre takes his butt home unexpectedly, of course. He goes and he hears what I thought her being sick. His wife was upstairs sick. Child, he runs up the stairs and he gets an eye full of his wife going down on Dr. Dante, and he commences to beat his ass. So the dude runs out and he goes to talk to Brittany, and he's like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? And then she was like, I need somebody there for me. He understands what I'm going through. Whoop-de-whoop, all this stuff or whatever. And then he was saying, yeah, that's your jack to your Jill. Your mother always wanted you to marry him anyway. And they said that you weren't good enough. I wasn't good enough for you and all this other stuff. And basically, they just like pretty much look like they about to be divorced or whatever. So he told her that he was coming home early to get her permission to run for mayor of Chucalissa, and she pretty much put him down. And he probably was like, oh man, I always thought your parents felt that way, but I didn't know you felt that way. So Yeah, she kind of like crushed his, his little spirit or whatever. And that's what that tape from Abraham from the first episode, second episode, that's what that reminded me of. Don't let somebody tell you what you can't do, basically.
I'm calling on all the citizens of Chucalissa to do what's right. Come out and vote for Pastor Patrice Woodbine as your next mayor, and vote hell to the no to this casino. Well, there goes the hood. Pastor Woodbine.
So basically, Uncle Clifford was telling Mercedes about what happened at the Pynk, how Roulette was fighting the girl, Molly walked her ass, and it's a rumor that she's sucking dick in the Pynk. So she's going on telling her all of that stuff, and so Mercedes was like, I should have been there. The next thing you know, she sees her raggedy mother on the TV screen, and she's basically running for mayor. She gets a text from Coach talking about we need to finish the Mercedes experience.
Put that shit on the ground. Hey, yeah.
All right, you heard that. We got the return of Miss Gidget, baby. Her bottom bitch is back. She's here celebrating with Miss Mississippi about this Miss Sip lashes. She is over the moon excited. Rome came through with the brand deal, got her posters on the beauty supply stores, looking beautiful and gorgeous. But Mississippi also said, I'm looking kind of mocha tan, caramel, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, oh man, don't be tripping. That's just the lighting. Meanwhile, we have Lil Murda, Wody, Rome, and Teak looking at the civil unrest that's happening in the city. All right, you guys, we see Autumn. She's in the Pynk, of course, because you remember she is living there. She's trying to find out what she's going to wear. She puts on something. She feels this energy. She's looking at the champagne room. There's this eerie, creepy feeling. And then we, of course, see the ghost of Montavious again. There's a bang on the door. It is Corbin, and he is still being disrespectful, calling her all kinds of bitches, talking about you better sell, all of these things. But anyway, she said he doubled his offer. First he was offering $500,000. Now he's up to $1 million, talking about he knows that the Pynk is, shut down and you might as well go ahead and sell. She basically is saying just how fast you double that offer, that's how I know it's worth way more than that.
Sorry. Sometimes I get itchy fingers.
No press, no public appearances, and no photography.
So, of course, Mercedes got the text from Coach. So she thought. She goes to the house. She sees Farrah there. Farrah is like, oh, don't worry about me. I just came to get my camera. They're looking really awkward. They're running into each other. They go over to the table and they talk. And she's basically telling her, sorry that she had the skirt. I had to go get my daughter. She showed her a picture of her daughter and stuff like that. She was like, oh, you're a super mom. And she's like, no, she got in a little bit of trouble, but I'm trying to do what I can. Then next thing you know, this ringtone called Niggas Ain't Shit comes on. She was like, speaking of ringtones, next thing you know, that was her husband. And while she's answering the phone call, Mercedes gets on the pole and just starts to practice and do her thing. You know how she do. And next thing you know, Farrah gets the camera and start clicking some pictures. So Mercedes is still doing her thing up on that pole, seducing. She know what she doing. She gets back down. Farrah said she wish she could do that. Mercedes said, take your clothes off. I'm going to get you up here. She was like, what if I fall? She said, what if you fly? She get her up on the pole. Her ass falls down. Then she's trying to teach her how to twerk, finding twerk muscles and shit. And then next thing you know, they're laughing. And Farrah says, I wanted to hate you, but I really turned out hating myself. And Mercedes was kind of offended by Farrah saying that. And then Farrah had to come clean and said that Coach didn't text her. She texted her. And that she has an attraction to her. And She just doesn't know where it's coming from. They look at each other. Next thing you know, they are getting it on. And I was like, with my popcorn, like, hello. All the girls talking about stories about Diamond, about why they thought he left and all this stuff. And I don't think that this is an accident that they keep showing this girl sick like this. And the girl was like, are you sickly? And then next thing you know, we see Miss Ernestine getting her finger pricked by Uncle Clifford and taking her diabetes. And I don't think, not for nothing, why they keep showing this. They keep going back and forth showing this girl being sick. Then Diamond moseys on into the champagne room, gets spooked out, and Big L was like, come on, let's go. Next thing you know, Toy done sat her ass over there by Miss Ernestine. They're listening to Mayor Kyle on the TV, and then Andre walks up looking like his wife just cheated on him, and he said he did. Meanwhile, Diamond meets Big Bone. Big Bone been listening to all the girls yapping about Diamond, but she said, I'm gonna get Diamond. And that's exactly what she did. So, we'll see where that goes. So Mercedes wakes up to a rude awakening. Farrah is gone. She's in the bed. She woke up by herself. She leaves her a text message saying that was wonderful. Hope we can do it again soon. The next thing you know, her phone is blowing up talking about your mother is amazing. Then she gets the text from Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford's like, all hands on deck. Let's go. Coming down to the Pynk. Get this reopened. And then as she's getting out the bed, she sees the money sitting on the side of the nightstand. And it really made her feel some type of way. So they doing this game again. Gidget winks at Murder. Murder is sitting up there. He plays dead, act like he dead. Teak is in a bad mood. He was like, I hate when you get like this, nigga. And so he's just pretty much spazzing out because Rome then turned the TV off, and he's sitting up here like, oh my god, I'm trying to watch TV. What is going on? Something's going on in the world. This shit is crazy. All this civil unrest and people are dying and a man is dead, and Gidget gets all upset. She gets upset. Teak gets upset. Rome gets upset. Everybody just getting upset in all of the melee. Teak is just crazy, man. Stone cold crazy. He got a little tick tick boom in him. So after all the craziness happened, Mississippi Keyshawn, she sent Gidget home $365 for a Uber to get Gidget home. Soon as that transaction went through, Derek immediately called her phone. She sent it to voicemail. Ron was like, yeah, you sent that bitch home. He said he gonna go ahead and fire Teak because he's crazy. And Mississippi is like, no, don't do that. So this was a lot. This scene was a whole lot. Murder's working on his beat for DJ Never Scared. The next thing you know, T comes over into the bathroom taking a piss while he's in there working on it. And then Murder got up, and you know what time it was. Everybody knew what time it was. Then Teak just really just drives home how he feels about what's going on in the world. And he had this submitted for the Emmy, okay? He had this soliloquy that he said, and he acted his ass off.
Sometimes I wonder why my mama even bothered having us, having me. This world don't want a nigga, man. Not good nigga, bad nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, big nigga, dumb nigga, pimp nigga, president nigga. No matter what kind of nigga you become, you still just a menace to society, so you might as well prove him right then. Or just disappear.
And the way Murder was, he was so gentle and so loving towards him and just really trying to comfort him and make him, just feel better. And we get to getting down with the get down.
Fran? This bitch ain't got no fucking friends. Or family. Y'all open up my rule book and you gonna see Autumn Night Lakeisha Haley Savage face right next to rule 29,763. You be careful who you let through the door, because you can't save every single hoe. Come on, y'all. Let's get away from this here heifer.
So we have Haley and Andre having a conversation. He lets her know that he's going to be running for mayor. She told him that she is still holding out for more money for the Pynk. He said, "You're going to sell it?" She was like, "Yeah, I was always going to sell it. I was always going to flip it." He's like, "You're cold-blooded." The next thing you know, he gets up and they get into each other's faces and they're looking like they're about to kiss. And then next thing you know, Uncle Clifford comes out with Mercedes cussing Haley the fuck out because she heard everything that Haley was saying to Andre and she didn't appreciate it. She told her, "You already heard the read. I already put it in the review." Uncle Clifford read her the fuck down. Mercedes read her the fuck down. And then they're just like, "Okay, well, we're just going to have to, be here and do what we can do." This girl, she's just a mess. Really just a mess.
Child, Miss Lorden came back trying to figure out what is going on, seeing whether or not the inspection is going well. She's saying shit ain't up to code. The stuff is just like you half-assing it. Come on, hurry up and get this shit together so I can burn up the rest of my STEMI money.
Who the fuck, Cliff? All that time you been out. Ain't never writing you no postcard.
All right now, so Andre walks into his godfather's house. Baby mama is mad as hell at him, talking about, "I don't know what the hell kind of shit you done did to get him to turn away from his own blood, but he left this house to you." And you know what? For real, I think Andre might be his real son in real life. Not in real life, but in not Goddaddy. I think he is the father. I think he probably was having an affair with the mother. So he reads the will, can't even believe what he's heard himself. He starts smiling to himself. He calls Corbin and said, "Meet me down at the headquarters," and gave the address to the new house. So as they're leaving to go to their next place, I think they're headed back to the Pynk because the world is actually falling apart with the civil unrest. You can see all of the smoke that's in the landscape as they're driving down the highway. I think they're going back to Chucalissa because the curfew is they're closing down the clubs, the curfews are going, and so they're on their way. Uncle Clifford texts Murder and said, "The world is going crazy. Are you okay?" And of course, somebody was peeping that too. So anyway, that's it. That is where the story ends. And then also too, they put up all of these names of people that we lost due to COVID, due to the civil unrest. George Floyd, 2020 was a crazy year. And so I love the fact that they actually did a memoriam to the people that we loved and lost in 2020. And yeah, so that's it, folks. Absolutely love the episode. The episode was really good. It was hitting on a whole lot of stuff, a lot of social commentary, a lot of different themes and issues. This episode was so deep and so meaningful. Like, everything was so meaningful. All of the themes, with LGBTQ. This is, we're wrapping up the last days of Pride. So they definitely doubled down with the Pride and love is love, and the civil unrest, the pandemic, being shut down, dealing with high prices, can't find things. It was just so much. They was doing so much. They hit on taking care of yourself with the diabetes, sex work, everything. Like, just everything. I just really feel really proud at the art that we're getting with PValley. I really think that they're doing a good job, and yeah, so I definitely enjoyed it. I actually want to give the episode a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed the episode. It's one that I will definitely rewatch because I had such a good time with it. And yeah, so you guys let me know if I missed anything you want to talk about. Put it down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Nita, your favorite diva, and make sure you come back. All right, bye.